So Deontay Wilder reveals that he plans just to take a little rest from boxing, but he'll be back. Interesting. I have a live coming up this weekend, Friday, 11 p.m. Make sure you tune in to the live. Question on the live will be, is this the end of Deontay Wilder? And obviously, when I say is this the end, I don't mean is this the end of his boxing career. So we'll get into that on that live. But what I think about him, coming back is good. I think that's a good thing, man. As long as he's been this long, he's 40 plus fights. His style of fighting has carried him all the way up to this point. And what a lot of people got to understand is, eventually, man, all boxers, if they stayed boxing, they're gonna take a loss eventually. Somebody's gonna come along and is gonna take that O from them, man. That's the way it is. It could have happened to any one of them. Rocky Marciano was just like one of the few that retired without a loss. Floyd's one of the other ones. But even if they stayed boxing long enough, somebody was gonna beat them somewhere down the line. That's just what it is. Somebody somewhere got your number, and that's just it. It's just a matter of when. So all these boxers, man, that have O's now, all of them, they stay boxing long enough, they're gonna lose that O. I think that's just what it is. That's what it is. It might take longer than some boxers. Some boxers might have 60 fights on their record, and then they get a loss at the 63rd fight or something like that, or they might retire with 60, and that's the only way that they'll stop from getting a loss is if they retire. But all boxers will face somebody that's going to have that number for them. Trust me. I don't care who it is. So Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury just happened to be his huckleberry, man. So I don't feel bad. You don't supposed to feel bad that you took a loss in boxing. Taking a loss is a good thing sometimes, man. But the problem is with Deontay Wilder and some other boxers, this is the way they take their losses, man. Sometimes you gotta just take your loss in stride, bro, and don't be sore about it, and hold your chin up and come back and bounce back if you possibly could. In Deontay Wilder's case, it's good. I want to see him against the other welterweights. But some questions I won't, ask on this video, and I'm saving it for that live, but that is what Deontay Wilder's plan is. His plan is to take a nice rest and to rise up again like the Phoenix, I guess, and try to restake his claim as top heavyweight in the world. But it just ain't gonna be against Tyson Fury. No matter how many times he fight that dude, it's gonna be the same outcome every single time. That's just what it is. But Deontay Wilder will always have that puncher's chance. Every time, if he can fight Tyson Fury 10 more times, every time he fights him, Deontay Wilder's gonna have that puncher's chance. At the same time, though, it's already shown Tyson Fury is just a better, skillful boxer. He just has more in the tool shed. And he will beat Deontay Wilder every single time. But you always got to throw in that equation of that equalizing right hand that can possibly get Tyson Fury out of there any one of those 10 fights. But the likelihood is not very possible. It's not likely. Tyson Fury had 3 fights to figure him out, and he figured out a lot with him. So he knows how to evade that right. I would even go as far as to say Tyson Fury could take his power now. If you seen the 3rd fight, he knocked him down, then he got back up, and Deontay was hitting him with some shit, man. And Tyson kept putting his head out there, like, hit me some more, hit me some more. I don't know if the dude don't got all his marbles, or he just, what I think it is? It's when you catch a virus, or after a while, you start to get immune to it. Same thing I think with the power of Wilder. Tyson Fury had 3 fights to feel that power, and it has no effect on him much anymore. It's that and that chin. The first fight when he knocked him down, I don't want to talk about the count was long in the first. They was trying that shit in the first fight. The count, he still got up. He wasn't wobbly. It's almost like he slipped. When he hit him, he rested a minute, got back up. And Wilder, look at Wilder. I mean, your boy Wilder, his face already explained everything to you. He was like, oh my God, I hit this motherfucker with I hit this nigga with the motherfucking kitchen sink, and he still got up. Unwobbly, like his legs wasn't unstable. That was the second knockout though, the vicious one. The first one was glancing. He got up from that one, but that second one, nobody was expecting him to do that. He got up from that, and he got up to daze and rock Wilder. So you gotta ask yourself, man. This Wilder has a nuclear right hand. He was able to almost damn near eat that like nothing ever happened, man. And this was the first time he ever fought Wilder, and he got back up and damn near hurt Wilder. He rocked him. And this is a guy that just took a nuclear hit. Luis Ortiz couldn't do that. Nobody before Tyson Fury could do that. So what's that telling you? And then in the third fight, the second fight, Wilder was catching him with some rights. Had no effect on Fury. Third fight, Wilder hit him, knocked him down twice in that round. He got up again the same way he did in the first fight with no ill effects on him. So that's what I'm saying. He may have always, he may have never really felt Wilder's power. I mean, he said he hits hard, but it never really had an effect on that dude, man. Look at all the fights. The right hand never was a factor in hurting Tyson Fury to the point where he couldn't fight no more. He didn't make this stuff up. It's right there. But the detractors is gonna throw in that cheating bullshit and all that. I talked about the cheating thing in a few videos, but I'm gonna just make a small video about that coming up. I got some questions for the people that are agreeing with the cheating thing for the second fight. But we'll get into that in another video. But that's just what it is. He's just not, against the other heavyweights. We'll see. But Wilder, you can scratch that off. He is not beating he's not beating Fury. That's just his match right there. That's what it is. But anyway, let me know what you think about Deontay Wilder coming back. I don't know, maybe sometime 2022 we should see him back. Well-deserved rest though, man. He went out like a champ. That's what he said. He wanted to go out in his shield. That's what he did. Glad he didn't die in the ring. And, nobody wants to die in the ring. I understand the concept coming from a boxer's perspective. But in the grand scheme of things, man, it's not really worth dying in the ring, bro. It's just not. But like, subscribe, support the channel. Catch you guys later on the next one. And I'm off this.